Good morning, everyone. In today's lecture, I'm going to explain you some questions on AM, means amplitude modulation. Remember that in the questions which will come in the exam, everything will be given to you in the form of like whether you have to solve it with the help of AM, you have to solve it with the help of SSBSC or DSBSC. Till now I have only covered the questions which are based on amplitude modulations also. So the questions which are going to come for test 1 will be based on amplitude modulations only, and you have to remember the formula of amplitude modulation. The formula will not be given in the exam, and the another thing is that you have to remember all the proofs of your DSB-SC, SSB, their circuits, because the theory part will come from them. So remember that you have to remember the formula. Only formula which I can provide you in the exam will be of trigonometric identities like cos A cos B, 2 cos A cos B, 2 sin A sin B, whichever will be required in the exam. Alright, so there will not be any formula sheet available to you in the form of this will be the equation of AM, or this will be the equation for SSB, or this will be the equation for DSBSC. You have to remember those equations, because if I'll provide you those equations also, then you are not going to solve anything in the exam. Everything you will just put in the formula and you will get the answer. Okay, so now let's start with this question. The question says that a modulating signal mt equals to 10 cos 2 pi into 10 raised to the power 3t is modulated using a carrier signal. Modulating signal means, remember, the information which we want to send, and this is a carrier signal defined as Ct equals to this, which is used to carry the information. So calculate the modulation index, power, and the carrier power for the transmitting AM wave. When we are talking about power, that means the total power you have to calculate. The carrier power means, let's say we denote it by PC, you have to calculate it. So as mt is equals to this, comparing it with the standard equation, so you can say mt is equals to am cos omega mt. So if you compare these two equations, you can say that am equals to 10 volts, okay, omega m equals to 2 into 10 raised to the power 3. This is 3, not 8. Okay, this is also 3. So you can say that fm will be equals to 10 raised to the power 3 hertz, or you can say it's 1 kilohertz. Now if you compare in a similar way carrier wave with the standard equation, so this will be AC, means 50 cos omega ct, or you can say, if I write it in this form, AC cos 2 pi fct, then we have 2 pi fc equals to omega c equals to 2 pi into 10 raised to the power 5. So fc will be equals to, if I find out fc from these two, then fc will be equals to 10 raised to the power 5 hertz, or you can say it's equals to 100 kilohertz. AC is equals to 50 volts. So the first thing which we need to find out is your modulation index. So modulation index, the formula for it is AM divided by AC. So it will be 10 divided by 50, so it will be 0.2. Modulation index means basically how much the amplitude is going to change with respect to the modulating signal. Okay, now if we consider the resistance, when you need to find the power, and if the resistance is not given to you in the question, it means that you have to use a resistance equals to 1 ohm only. So we are using for R equals to 1 ohm, PC is equals to V square RMS divided by R. So PC is your carrier power, so it's 50. What is the maximum value of amplitude here? 50 divided by root 2, that will be the VRMS for carrier, and then R is 1, so it will be 2500 divided by 2. just square it. Then total power is equals to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, or you can find the total power separately also. Sorry, the power of the modulating signal means PM, and then you can add it with PC and then you can find out. So but we know that this formula is PC 1 plus mu square divided by 2. So putting all these values, it will be 1 plus 0.02 whole square divided by 2. So it will be 1275 watts. The second question, an AM wave is given by ST is equals to this. Okay, find the carrier power, bandwidth and sideband power. Alright, so comparing it with standard equation. Now if you see in this question, it's basically the AM wave is given in the form of your 21 plus 0.8 cos 2 pi into 10 raised to the power 3t cos 4 pi into 10 raised to the power 5t, means the signal given is to you is modulated signal, it's not modulating signal. Okay, and clearly you can see that this will be your carrier cos omega pi 4 pi into 10 raised to the power 5 t. This will be your modulating index. Okay, and this will be your AC if you compare it with the standard equation, and this is your modulating signal if you remember this. So it's given in this form also. So here AC is equals to 20 volts, mu equals to 0.8, FM is equals to 10 raised to the power 3 hertz equals to 1 kilohertz, and FC is equals to 2 into 10 raised to the power 5 hertz equals to 200 kilohertz. Then your PC is equals to V square RMS divided by R, or you can say it's AC square divided by 2R. As I told you, if resistance is not given, use it equals to 1 ohm. So it will be 20 square divided by 2, so it will be 200 watts. And total sideband power will be mu square PC divided by 2. So sideband power, when you will put the value, will be this. And for this, you know that for AM, what will be the bandwidth? Bandwidth is always equals to twice FM, means whatever the maximum frequency of modulating signal. So it's equals to 2 into 1 kilohertz equals to 2 kilohertz. Thank you.